right, we are live late on a Tuesday. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. If I'm not my normal enthusiastic self, you'll have to forgive me. It's been a long day. Hey, when isn't it a long day? No, I was just doing a crap ton of yard work earlier, so I'm a little more tired than usual. But we are having an adult beverage and talk a little MLW Fusion from this past weekend. Oh, yeah, those hashtag MLW Mondays are getting harder and harder to do. I just oh, man. Hey, Aussie's back. No more leaves now. Yeah, you tuned in earlier. This guy tuned in earlier. I was burning all my leaves. Yep, we got her all done. Burning daylight on that one. Don't ask me how, but we got it done. So yeah, all that fresh air. I'm going to sleep good tonight. Let's talk about this. MLW Fusion number 27. Your commentators, Matt Stryker and Tony Schiavone. Great team. I mean, I'm a big fan of Matt Stryker. He's usually on Lucha Underground. I shouldn't say usually. He's always on Lucha Underground. But Tony Schiavone, the more I listen to him, it just brings an old school feel to this show. And I mean that in the most it's meant as a compliment. It is. It's so great to have Tony back on TV. It is. It really is. I mean, when I got back, and I've said this multiple times, but I've been getting a lot of new subs lately, so I'll say it for them too. When I got back into wrestling in the late 90s, so right in the midst of the Monday Night Wars, I watched WCW. It had all my old favorites on there. Sting, Luger, Flair, Hogan, Savage, amongst a whole new crop of badasses that I wasn't familiar with. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. So many were on there. And the commentating was great. Whether they knew what the hell was going on or not, the commentating was great. Especially great when, Tony and Bobby Heenan were going back and forth, and oh god, it's classic stuff. But yeah, that's and then of course the demise of WCW, and I was like, well, then I guess I gotta watch WWF. So that's that little history lesson on what I used to watch. Anyways, let's talk some MLW Fusion. The episode starts out with Hijo de El Park, son of El Park, coming out with Selena de la Renta. Selena. She's just trouble. She's trouble, I tell you. The more I see her, the more I like her. I mean, she's a combination of so many managers. Like, she comes out there and she's quiet and she doesn't mess with anyone, so that kind of like throws you off a little bit. But she comes out there with that cane and she doesn't use it. But that reminds me of like classic Freddie Blassie. Just, I don't know, kind of a weird. I don't know. That's just me. I'm just old, so. But she's barking at whoever the opponent is, throwing him off. And usually, honestly, usually she's pretty quiet. This time, she really was a distraction. I mean, she didn't do anything physically. But when I should say who the son of the park was wrestling was one of my favorites, Sammy Guevara. She distracted him, and she almost caught a boot in the head for it too. Because when he was climbing out of the ring, he swung his leg around, almost caught her in the head. She actually had to, get out of the way. It was great. But yeah. Too bad Sammy just couldn't get it done here. Son of the Park finished him off with like a modified tombstone pile driver. Had him over his back, but then brought him down in front of him and then drove it. So he was like, instead of facing, you know how Taker does it when he flips him around and he's facing him and then, gets him. Well, Sammy was turned around facing away from him. So it looked kind of weird. It was different. That's why I called it modified. I don't know if there's an actual name to him using that. I haven't heard it. I might have missed it, but nonetheless, Hijo de la Park. My notes, I apologize. Son of La Park, because my Spanish ain't so hot, comes out with a victory here against Sammy Guevara. Big things coming up for Son of La Park and his papa, L.A. Park. They're going to be going for the tag team championships in Chi-Town very soon, in just a few weeks. What are they calling it? Fightland? Yeah, I still don't have tickets. There's just too much going on. I mean, honestly, that would be a tremendous show to go to. Sammy Guevara is facing off against Rush. It's his debut from CMLL, the leader of Los Ingobernables. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too. I'm hoping I can get to a show sometime. Just the fact that they're coming to Chi-Town, they'll be back. But, I just, it's coming close. The holiday season's coming up and just too much happening. The other show I was thinking about going to was House of Hardcore is returning to the Milwaukee area. The second show for Tommy Dreamer, combo deal with Great Lakes Championship Wrestling. And that's actually getting to be quite a card too. Might do a separate video on that sometime. Duke Togo is in the chat. What is up? Los Ingobernables. Right. And I've heard so much about that group down in Mexico, how it started down there, I guess. And I'm just not familiar with it. I mean, I've seen plenty of the stuff in Japan, but I guess Naito, roll the R. I don't know. I don't, it's more like a retarded gargle. I'm sorry. It's just, I can't do it. I was never good at rolling the R. I know what you're talking about. I'm just not good at it. Oh, shnikes. But yeah, man, so much going on in the Midwest. It's really starting to boom. Oh, NXT is even coming back soon. Oh, that's going to be a loaded show. I don't know why they're coming to such a small 5 stars for effort. Thanks, Duke. 5 stars. Tell Meltzer that. J-Bone gets 5 stars. Oh, damn. All right. What's next here? Oh, okay. Oh, this was nuts. This was nuts. We get the Samoan Island tribe, Lance Noi against, and his Papa Samu, which I thought for a second was the same one that was in WWE about 10 years ago. Not quite 10 years ago. But no, it was a different one. It was a cousin of his. I had to go look at like the family tree timeline and whose son is who and who's, oh my God. Thank God for Wikipedia's got it right once in a while. So, but anyways, the Samoans are going up against Smash and Dash Connection. Oh my goodness. Cotto, Brazil, and Barrington, Hughes. Quite the mismatch of a tag team, but man, did they get it done. It wasn't easy, though. The Samoans were really doing some classic tag team wrestling in here where they were, had one guy knocked out and just completely excuse me. Oof. See, this is why I shouldn't drink, but I do anyways. He's so unprofessional. Whatever. They cut off the ring totally. And they were just working over Cotto, Brazil like crazy. Barrington Hughes, I don't know if he was just selling or if he wasn't feeling good, but man, he was having a hell of a time. I mean, this dude is... If you have not seen Barrington Hughes, I actually had my wife stop what she was doing. I'm like, you have got to see this guy. So I was playing like the entrance for her, and the cameraman, is like, watching him as he's walking past the entrance ramp, and whatever they call it, platform, as he's getting in the ring, and Cotto was in front of him just slapping his belly. I was like, oh, hell no. Barrington reminds me of Ace Romero, big man who go hard. Oh, Ace is great. Oh, Ace Romero is another guy who's making his debut in Chicago for MLW, for Fightland. And he's facing oh damn, I had it. Oh, Marco Stunt. He's facing Marco Stunt. Rest in peace, Marco Stunt. Dear God. I don't think he's going to make it out of Chi-Town. I really don't. No, I'm sure they'll have an entertaining match. I'm really excited to see that. Marco Stunt, my goodness. If you have not seen that kid, he is something else. I mean, he looks like he's like a 3-foot tall rag doll just doing all sorts of crazy shit. If you have not seen the 15-man over-the-budget battle royal from All In, go find it and watch it. I mean, everyone who was in it did like a phenomenal job. I mean, it was kind of a spot fest. It was a lot of fun. But man, Marco Stunt just... I don't know how the hell he even survived that after what Bully did to him. Dear God. So Marco Stunt's making this MLW. A lot of debuts. A lot of debuts coming for MLW. I'm really digging the show. And it's just an hour. How can you not be excited about that? Oh, 3 hours of... I kid. Just, I'm showing my age. Like, I can't tell you how many Monday nights within the last year when I finally stopped, before I stopped watching it, I'd fall asleep halfway through it. Not even. I'd wake up like, 5 minutes to the finish and I'd be like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. I just, I'm just old. He's old and he drinks and he watches a lot of wrestling. Oh my God. What are you going to do? Gotta love me. All right. So, hell of a tag team. Captain ADD over here. Hell of a tag team match between the Smash and Dash Connection and the Samoan Island Tribe. And Lance is another guy who I've been impressed with over the last few years. I've mostly seen him wrestle for Tommy Dreamer's company, House of Hardcore. Excuse me, seen him a handful of times in that. And so yeah, he's decent. J-Bone would wake up to Law and Order repeats like, wait, what happened to Raw? Hey, where's Raw? Oh, shnikes, that's good. What's that classic noise? Ding ding. Wake up. Oh, solve the case. What? All right. Then and they're talking a lot of the card going up. I went over some of that, told you guys about what's coming up over the next, several episodes. Next week, they've got the Halloween thing going on. Jimmy Havoc versus Callahan. Oh, man, that's going to be so much fun. And, I mean, I don't even care what kind of match it is. It could be toothbrush on a pole match. I don't give a shit, man. Those two guys, could you imagine trying to stab each other with a toothbrush? You each get a big pen. Awesome. Oh, hell yeah. Just, they're going to kill each other. And I love it. Those two put on an awesome show. They do, whenever they do. Whether it's a backstage brawl like you got a few weeks ago or, oh, hell. What was it? Didn't they face each other for an Impact show? I think yeah. It was an Impact show like a month ago over in it was the UK show. I think they faced each other. I think. It's fuzzy, but I'm pretty sure it was. Don't get excited. It's Coke Zero. There was just a little bit of rum in the bottom. Styles, if you're watching this, the bottle's almost gone. So, yeah. Next week, Jimmy Havoc versus Callahan. UK Impact. Yeah, there you go. Barefoot on the Tax. That's right. Oh my God. Yeah, that was. Oh God. I remember how much I was cringing now while I was watching that one. That was hard to watch. Oh, what a horror show. And we're also getting LA Park versus PCO. Two monsters. One Mexican skeleton ninja monster and one Frankenstein wrestler monster. I don't know. We're trying here, folks. We're trying. Nonetheless, I'm sure next week is going to be just a fun show to watch. A lot of blood, a lot of chaos. PCO, what a trip. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I did. If I didn't, I don't know. he signed a contract with MLW. PCO. He's 50 years old. Good for him. Good for him. You know? And he's talked about trying to, I mean, he's having a hell of a year. Well, he did, what's the match everyone was talking about earlier this year? Oh, Walter versus PCO. That was at Spring Break 2 during WrestleMania weekend. Freddy Krueger, LA Park versus Jason Voorhees, PCO. You're right. Or would it be Michael Myers? Michael Myers, I think, would be more appropriate. Back to face Cage. Yeah. Yeah, hell, either of those guys. Why not? That'd be sick. So for the main event, wow, what one hell of a main event. I mean, this was really, I didn't know what to expect with this. I mean, I know Shane Strickland is kind of a, what do they call it? Like a hybrid kind of style, kind of a high flying, but he's got some real technical skills too. And then you've got Tom Lawlor, who's just a sick grappler. I mean, kind of similar to Riddle. I mean, if you're not familiar with his style, I mean, it's, you know, it's an MMA style kind of, you know, twist you into a pretzel and try to make you tap out. And but man, what a really good match. But unfortunately, the champ being on commentary, man, it low key is creepy as hell to listen to. Sounds like one of those guys that's like, I don't know, he just, when he talks like this, he sounds kind of pervy. Just when he's calling moves in the ring, and it's like, go away. No, just low key is kick ass. He's just really different when he gets on the mic. Very intimidating and creepy, and there's no one like low key, you know. But he attacks. This was interesting. He attacks Tom Lawlor when the ref's back was turned. And Selena came out too. And then, so when he was down, then Strickland was going after Tom Lawlor. And low key was yelling at Strickland, finish him, trying to, you know, get him to finish him off. And he kept, it was like poking the bear. He kept telling Strickland, finish him. And man, he just was relentless. And then Lawlor made a comeback and put him in a, I don't know, not a choke, but obviously a submission, a legal choke, whatever you want to call it, and made Strickland tap out. So it's really interesting to see low key attack Tom Lawlor, who won the battle, what's it called, Battle Riot. And when he won the Battle Riot, he won a chance to fight whoever's champ whenever he wants to. And so he was asked on the ramp at the end of the show, when are you going to do this? And not too many people give, you know, it's kind of like, you know, cashing in the briefcase, that type of opportunity usually doesn't get, you know, they don't put it out there. They want to save it for a surprise. But he actually said February. I forget what he said. February something. So he said like hunting season or something. I'd have to go back and watch it again. He gave a name for the event. He's like, how about that? February. So in a few months, sounds like he's going to work up to the opportunity to cash, I don't know how else you say that, to have that opportunity, cash it in. So, interesting. February. And it's been a nice little quiet build up because they don't talk about it much. They usually just focus on whoever Team Filthy's facing that week, no matter who it is. If it's Freddie Ahai or I can't think of the other guy. Former WWE guy. Classic look with the Grimm? Is that his name? Something. I can't think of his name. Interesting team, though. I mean, they really are. They don't look like any of them like fit together, but they're all similar style grapple, swagger. No, not swagger. Used to be in a tag team with Aiden English. Then he got let go. That guy. He's got the Raleigh Fingers style hammer. What's that called? Mustache? Can't think of his name. Someone will come up with it. 3, 2, 1. Nope. Okay. Simon Gotch. Yeah, there you go. Simon. Simon Grimm. I think they call him Simon Grimm. I think that's what they call him. But yeah, Simon Gotch. You spelled gooch. The gooch. But yeah, just a ridiculous match between Strickland and Lawlor. And it's very interesting because Shane Strickland is also in Evolve, which makes you wonder. I mean, anybody you look at in Evolve is, like I've said this before, I kind of consider Evolve as kind of like a back door to the WWE because so many have gone from Evolve over the last couple of years between the cruiserweight section to look at Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, so many guys. Back door sounds kind of weird. But yeah, so and I don't know if Shane Strickland still has the Lucha Underground contract, I'm assuming. So, but who knows? Who knows? Don't think would yet. Would what? But anyways, oh, you mean go to WWE? You never know. I mean, he's a hell of a. I mean, he could be like the next. I mean, looking at his like hybrid style and what he can all do, I almost put him up there to be like a younger, maybe better versed go to WWE, yeah. Almost like the next Kofi, and I mean that as a compliment because Kofi, I mean, all he does now is throw around pancakes. He doesn't do much. It's so sad. It's like you got these guys and they got this horrible gimmick. Let's dump a plate of pancakes over this kid. Oh my God, the kid's on the ground drowning in syrup. Way to go. You killed the kid. Okay, go have your match. It's like, it's another reason why I couldn't stand watching all the time. It's like, I get fat just watching SmackDown because of all the pancakes. Just makes me hungry. Hate it. Makes me drink. No, but Shane Strickland's awesome. Who knows? I just look at it like this. If you thought 2018 was crazy in the world of wrestling, wait till 2019. It's gonna make your freaking head spin, and I can't wait. This is a very exciting time to be a wrestling fan. Because if all you're watching is WWE, I feel bad for you. I really do. Because there's so much good stuff on there. MLW is killing it. I know not everybody is a fan of Kurt Bauer, and I still don't understand the whole hate on Kurt Bauer. I'm not really that worried about it. I just enjoy the show. It's kind of like, okay, you're not watching WWE because you hate Vince McMahon. That's how I look at that. It's like, wait, what? I don't know. Aussie says, if Shay did go to, I hope you don't mind, I nicknamed you Aussie because to say the whole thing would be really long. So I hope you don't mind I nicknamed you Aussie because you're from Australia and you're pretty freaking cool. If Shane did go to NXT, Riddle, Lee, Ricochet, Cole, EC3, Velveteen Dream. Yeah, I mean, NXT is just ridiculous now. They've got what, like 500 people on their roster or whatever. It's the hottest roster out there. It's crazy. Wasn't he a writer for WWE? I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, that's it for this one. But yeah, I see, and that's a great thing about Kurt Bauer. Oh yeah, he probably was. He could have been like Krista Joseph or something like that. Yeah, probably something. I don't know. I don't really know his whole history. There's so many guys out there that used to write for WWE. There's certainly good ones and bad ones. You know, what are you going to do? Although you can tell, you can tell what's like doing really well in the indies by what writers are going wherever. Like Kurt Bauer's doing MLW, Krista Joseph's doing Lucha Underground, Jimmy Jacobs, who just recently was canned by the WWE, went to Impact. He is now one of their, you know, he probably wears a lot of hats, but they showed a production meeting where he was sitting alongside Scott D'Amore and Don Callis. Hello, not a bad job. Not a bad job to have, seriously. So, I mean, there's just, like I said, there's so much going on in wrestling, and it's so much fun to be like, oh, this show's doing this show's doing this. Folks, it's not Planet WWE anymore. You can watch Impact. You can watch Ring. I don't watch enough Ring of Honor. I really should watch more Ring of Honor, considering I love the Bullet Club and Cody and all that kind of stuff. I watch Being the Elite on YouTube. We're back, I guess. Wow, that was weird. Okay, so I guess this internet I have is not perfect. We just got all new equipment tonight. I had to go to Spectrum and get a new modem and a new router. See that look on his face? He's like, damn. I know, right? Oh, yeah. So, was not thrilled with that. I apologize, folks. And it really pisses me off when that happens because it's like, well, that's not very professional. Yeah, well, you know what? It's the internet. What are you going to do? Right? Right, Sammy? He knew I was upset. He just jumped up here because he knew I was upset. What an awesome cat, right? Are you a good podcast buddy? You're the best. You know that? All right. So yeah, we'll wrap this up. Great episode of MLW. Can't wait till next week. We'll get some crazy Halloween shit going on. Wow, okay. You're like twitching. I lose my internet, come back, and we got more viewers. How does that work? Oh well, not complaining. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Anything you want to add? Some ear twitching. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to get out of here, and we'll be back tomorrow night for some Lucha Love reviewing. Oh, excuse me. One episode to go before, what is it? Ultima Lucha Quattro. He'll be watching. I'll be watching. And you should watch too. And join me tomorrow night here on Smash This Podcast. Right? He looks really pissed off. Oh, shnikes. Yeah. What a wild week. And not sure if I'm going to do the review after a late new time for Impact Wrestling. It starts 9, ends at 11, which means I'd go live somewhere between 11 and 11:30. Oh, what the hell? Why not? J-Bone After Dark. How's that sound? He's like, really? All right, so we're going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll be back tomorrow night for Lucha Underground episode number whatever review. Like I said, it's 1 week before Ultima Lucha Quattro. It's getting scary. How appropriate. We're getting close to Halloween. Night, folks.